And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there, second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Throwing on third. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So opening drive, third down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on second down is gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Gurley again here on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, he's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. D. Ford coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
second down. Williams. And now the juke. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Watch the
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our 1st half. What will the 2nd half bring as we are now back underway? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And an alley to run. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Goff on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
76.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They run it again with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Following a fumble recovery. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. A shotgun snap for Gone. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down is gone. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Got three down. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail. Hut.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yards.
The